Hey, everybody, welcome in. It is the night before the November 7th election. I'm Bruce Hooley. I'm running for Jonathan Alder School Board. I would very much appreciate your vote tomorrow at the polls. And I just wanted to share with you some final thoughts. It's been really instructive for me to conduct this first political campaign of my life. And the last 4 days in particular, my strength returning from some early treatments for the brain cancer that I was diagnosed with. Don't panic about that. My diagnosis is really good. My long-term prognosis, 15 to 20 years. If you have to have brain cancer, this is the kind to have. My doctors have all agreed on that. So I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. And I certainly hope after the first of the year, I'm going to be serving on the Jonathan Alder School Board. 6 candidates, 3 spots open. I'd very much appreciate your vote. And for the last 4 days, I've been walking neighborhoods, interacting with people, and really drawing some lessons from my trips around town that I didn't expect to learn, but things that I did learn that I think will make me a more effective board member. I tried to conduct my campaign from the very beginning, being very transparent about my values and our vision for the district, which, by the way, we're fortunate. We do not have a broken district. I really admire a lot of candidates around the state, particularly here in Central Ohio, who are running, who have school districts that have a lot of things to fix. A lot of admiration for Kate LeMaster in Hilliard, for Darby Everhart, and for Kearney Likens in Dublin. They're sledding uphill. There are some members of their existing boards who are really good, but not enough of them. And hopefully, if you live in Hilliard, if you live in Dublin, you'll be voting for Likens and Everhart in Dublin and for Kate LeMaster. Ben Weber in the Olentangy district would have my endorsement as well. The Jonathan Alder district is different. We get more bang for our buck. We have a fantastic superintendent in Jim Miller. We have 2 tremendous holdovers, incumbents on our school board in Erica Detweiler and in Sonia Walker. I'm pleased to have both of their backing as I run for school board. But as I started Friday night, that was me walking around town, up and down Main Street and on Chillicothe out to Pastime Park, and then heading out toward the elementary school, Plain City Elementary School, in my Santa suit because, of course, Friday night was Merry on Main in downtown Plain City. And then Saturday, continuing as I traversed the neighborhood, which would be beside Plain City Elementary School, the one that's been there for a while. And then on Sunday, over on the west side of town, the development near the hardware store abutting Lafayette Plain City Road. And then today at Darby Fields, what I really noticed is we have so many people in town who have great pride of ownership in their home. And you would think, you're in neighborhoods where maybe one developer built all the houses or a bulk of the houses and they'd be cookie cutter and they'd be all alike. Not so, not so. Everybody has done something special to differentiate their home from the home next to it. It could be with a different kind of siding on the home, or it could be with some special kind of landscaping. A lot of really, really cool and really unique fall decorations, Halloween decorations, Thanksgiving decorations. And what I pull away from that is that there's a tremendous amount of pride in our community, a tremendous amount of pride in being a Plain City resident and sending your kids to Jonathan Alder schools, in being a pioneer. And I think those values, that pride of ownership, those are values that I think have been common to Plain City for a long, long time. We are a community that is becoming a lot more diverse. A lot more businesses are locating there. A lot of housing is coming. We have 5 housing developments under construction right now. At least one more that is 600 plus homes is on the drawing board. So we are going to grow. There's no doubt about it. But how do we grow? Do we grow smart, or do we grow fast? And do we grow without forethought and without planning? It would be certainly my mission as a school board member at Jonathan Alder to help us grow smart. I think we have the leadership to do that. And those values, those pride of ownership values, are things that I think have to come through as we teach our kids, as we shepherd our kids for life after school. Our goal should be to get them more than a diploma, to get them more than just qualifying for whatever the educational standards are in the state of Ohio, to get that piece of paper that says I graduated from Jonathan Alder Schools. Did you graduate with a knowledge and awareness of life lessons, of things like work ethic, of things like investing in something for a payoff down the road, understanding equity is not equality, understanding that equity is ownership of something. When you have an equity share in a business, that allows you to build wealth. When you have equity in something, it means that you have an interest in it. The word equity has been co-opted by people in this country to indicate equality, but equity does not mean equality. And so we got to bulletproof our kids against a lot of the things that they are being told, a lot of the things that hopefully they're not being taught in Alder schools. And I have no evidence that they are being taught them in Alder schools, but we need to be aware of and vigilant to those kinds of things creeping into our schools, because they've already crept in and taken root in other school districts around Central Ohio. So my goal as a board member would be to be vigilant against those things, to keep our kids rooted in the values that have always been a part of the Plain City community. And Plain City is an agrarian community. It's one where the hard work of an agricultural based society have proliferated, and I think to the benefit of our district. It's not just the homes in town that are well cared for and well taken care of and ones that differentiate themselves. Drive around the rural areas in the Jonathan Alder district, and you're going to find a lot of homes that are just spectacular in the way that people take pride of ownership. These are old-fashioned values, a lot of people would say, values that are out of date, values that maybe new people need to move into the district, and we need to teach those rubes out there in Plain City how to do things. Well, if I'm on the board, they're going to have a hard sledding against that, because I'm going to push back against that, because I think the values that have made Plain City great and made the Alder District great are also the values that have made America great. And it would be my goal and my mission to dedicate myself to preserving those values and to teaching those values to our kids. So if that resonates with you, then I'm your candidate. And I would very much and greatly appreciate your support tomorrow. If those values are not your values, then I'm probably not your candidate. And I think tomorrow will be a referendum, not just on who the newest school board members are, but what kind of community Plain City is. I don't think it's shifted away from what it's always been. That's why my stated campaign motto has been protecting parents' rights, preserving Alder's heritage, because that, in a nutshell, is what I intend to do as a school board member. So I certainly hope that I have your support. I'll be watching with anticipation and with great hope tomorrow night as the results come in. It's been my pleasure interacting with you and running this campaign. I'm looking forward to knowing tomorrow what the future will be for me as to whether or not I'll be given the privilege of serving on the Jonathan Alder School Board. So with that, I leave you my final thoughts as I conclude my campaign. And I appreciate you guys voting. I appreciate everything that you've done to listen to me during this process. And I look forward to seeing the results tomorrow. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully for your support as well.